Oh yeah. Purrs like a kitten. Well, folks. The buckwheat is coming in real thick. You can see the pretty flowers that it grows. I'm sure the deer will be in here if they haven't been already. Well, somehow my video got deleted, but taking these two bolts off that hold this, they don't hold this step bumper on, but they go through the frame into brackets that support this. Is that a battle? I battled on that for like 2 hours getting those rusty things off. But picked up some new bolts, and now I'm gonna finish this hitch off. Got all the bolts through here. Now I just need to drill a hole through this and then fish a bolt through there. The kit comes with a little wire you slide in there and put everything on it and then gently pull through. So I've got that to do, and then it's time to do some wiring. Oh yeah. Well, alright then. Here's another bit of advice. You can use a jack to help you guide this thing as you're working alone trying to get this up in there. It's about 40-pounder. I had to modify this bracket here that holds on the bumper on this side because it was a piece of angle on this side only because there's a tow hitch right here. So I had to cut that out of the way, figuring any towing will now be done, or pulling out of ditches will be done on this hitch. So it says it's only a 45-minute job to do this, or an hour and a half for novices. Well, I've been at her probably 4 hours now, partly due to those bolts that were stubborn. I had to get the blaster out on them. The torque wrench wouldn't even take them off. I had to use a breaker bar to get them off of or a ratchet with the long handle. Oh, and when you're using this jack to help you, I'm holding this in position and I'm using my leg to pump the jack. Anyhow, two-person job would probably be a little handier. All right. When you're drilling these holes, it helps to drill a small hole first. They call that a pilot hole. I'm sure everybody knows that. Also, it's good to tighten at least one of these bolts on each side of the hitch. Or tighten them all if you'd like, but that way you get this centered where you want it. If you don't tighten it, if it's too far one way, and then you come back and tighten it, your hole could be off. Anyway, just a little detail. So anyway, folks, the hitch comes with pretty good instructions. One of the tricky parts is, I don't know if you can see this or not, but when you drill that hole I was just showing you, you have to use this wire to fish the bolt through the larger hole in the frame. It's 1 1/8 inches. First you put the plate, the carriage plate on this wire first, then you thread the bolt in this, and then as you fish it through, it ends up turning the bolt upside down and align. You can fish this around and align the bolt with the hole you just drilled, pull it through. It sounds a little scary, but it goes pretty easy. And again, The detailed instructions here show that the plate goes first, then thread the bolt onto the wire. Anyway, I should have probably videoed that, but now I already got them in, so I don't want to take them back out. Well, okay then. Got the hitch all bolted down, installed, and bolts all in place. There's the larger hole that you drill out. There's a hole already there in the frame. It's smaller. You drill it out to 1.1 inch so you can feed the plate in the bolt. This here bolt. Fish that through the wire. Easy peasy. Well, folks. Looks like we're getting a little monsoon. Big old rain cloud over there. Anyhow, I'm out here working on this Sprinter van, trying to get the trailer hitch. Got the trailer hitch installed. I'm trying to get this wiring squared away. I picked up this wiring kit from Amazon, and I got it from another YouTube channel recommendation that was doing an install on this. There's basically, when you search Amazon, not sure what model number this is. I'll try to place it in some text underneath my talking here. Anyway, so what you basically need to do is, on this left side, red goes to the black with the red stripe. The yellow goes to black with a white stripe. And the black here, I got it. I put a little hole in the frame. I'm going to silicone all that around that. Not the frame, but the bed basically. I'm going to caulk all that in nice. That goes to the battery. I'll show you that in a minute. And then the brown wire goes to the black with a gray stripe. And then there's a green wire that I placed underneath this piece of trim, runs over here, and that goes to the black with a green stripe. And hopefully this thing works, but I'll let you know. So I just mentioned running the black wire all the way up to the battery. You can see I've kind of followed these electrical lines, zip tied it where I could, come through the hole in the frame. This is a 2003 Sprinter. And then yeah, I just followed the, I can show you that too. I just followed the path of the electrical that's already existing. Yeah, you can see that red line's a positive that comes from the battery. And zip tied it to that wire harness all the way up to the battery, keeping it away from drivetrain, drive shafts, and steering linkages, and you name it. So we're up at the battery. Follow this line here, and then we've got this terminal here, and here's the eyelet or whatever you call that. I'm going to hook it up to that. It's got a nice cover that slides over it. It's comes with a fuse here. So let's see if these trailer lights are gonna work with this setup. One thing I should note is probably not a good idea to put anything back together until you test it. That's why I've got this all pulled apart still. Let's just make sure the trailer lighting's gonna work, because who knows, maybe I'll have to move some things around, but hopefully we've got it nailed. Well, folks, looks like I've got this wiring diagram squared away. Left blinker on. Guess I'll have to try to double check the brakes. Actually, I've got a board I can put in there and push on the brake, but I think we got this. I think we've got it dialed. Got the left and right turn signal working. Let's check the brakes. Oh yeah, brake lights are working too. Well, if you're working alone like I normally am, you can take a 2x, press the brakes like that, just wedge it right here into the seat, brake pedal holds there, so you can test your brake lights. Well, I guess it looks like it's okay to put things back together. I'll see you in a few.